Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today we have the 2003 non-pay-per-view DVD collection. These were all the documentaries and match compilations that were released throughout 2003. So we're going back 15 or 16 years ago now with some of these releases. Only had 10 DVDs released throughout 2003, not including pay-per-views, of course. They did in 2003 they also released a few pay-per-views from 2002 and whatnot. So let's get right into this with one of my favorites, the Best of Confidential. So we are going to go in chronological order here. It's one of my favorite DVDs. Sadly, they only did one volume. The show only went about 2 years. There's not many episodes. I'm not even sure if those are on WWE Network. This is like a documentary style. And you could see all the different chapters there, from Bischoff joining WWE to the Brett vs. Shawn in Montreal. And it also comes with 4 matches on there. You got Snuka vs. Stevens, Bulldog and Brett and Shawn, and the last match on Nitro. Well, not the last match, but from the last Nitro, Scott Steiner and Booker T. And interesting enough, check this out, we got a Shop Zone ad, and this includes an advertisement for the Vengeance 2002 DVD. So check that out, exclusively at WWE Shop Zone, $24.95. It's incredible now that that DVD goes for like $100 in 2019. So this had about a 3-hour runtime. There's the back. It's one of my favorites. And then in 2000, I believe 2002, they had Before They Were Superstars. So this is the second edition. Now we got Lesnar, Rob Van Dam, Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Taz, Torrie Wilson. This is a fun little DVD to go back and watch. Got their all signatures on the discs. Also features Al Snow, Christopher Nowitzki, John Cena. And this is cool too. You got all their signatures there. This only says it's 2.5 hours. You also got Randy Orton there. So these are fun little DVDs to go back and watch. Coming up with one of my favorites here, Raw 10th. I love the Digipack style for the 1-disc set, and this is incredible. So Raw 10th happened on early January or something, 2003. You got Rock Hogan there, Austin, McMahon, Cactus Jack, Vince McMahon and Bischoff, Dude Love, Sable, the TLC match in 2002, TLC 4. The full match is on here from October 7th, 2002. We also got the first main event from Raw, Undertaker vs. Damien Demento. Tons of interviews, extras, Jericho's debut, the Milkomania, Foley winning a title, the 1-2-3 Kid beating Razor. Really fun DVD set to go back and watch. I'd rather watch this than like the, Raw 15th. Always trying to watch that one. One of the more recent pickups I got, Divas Desert Heat. Wanted, Torrie Wilson, yes. So this one is a lot harder to find. You know, these Divas DVDs are pretty hard to come by in general. Tons of extras on here. This is only a 2.5 hour runtime. So even in 2003, they did not use the full, 3 hour cap limit, whatever. But it's fun to go back and kind of see some of these older sets. This would be like the third or fourth Divas DVD overall. We had a few in 2001, a couple in 2002. Next up, another one of my personal favorites, Rey Mysterio 619. I had this DVD when it first came out, and here it says 3:10. 3 hours, 10 minutes, so just depending on what it was, and I just noticed this little circle cut out of there. Really cool insert. This features 10 matches of Rey Mysterio. The match from When Worlds Collide, Bash at the Beach, Nitro, Halloween Havoc. All kind of really cool matches. Really good documentary. Then we would see a 2-disc set, which is pretty rare in this era, from the Vault, Shawn Michaels. It's weird how they didn't do like many other digipacks besides that Raw 10th. From the Vault, Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels returned earlier in 2002, so now they're kind of going through the Vault and looking at Shawn's best matches here. Only 7 matches on this compilation, but we also have 3 hours of bonus footage, including promos and interviews. 6 hours on that release. So this one features the AWA tag title match, the ladder match from WrestleMania 10, the Iron Man match, the No Holds Barred match versus Diesel, Mind Games, Hell in a Cell from Bad Blood 97, and SummerSlam 2002. And then this is kind of like the Tombstone DVD or the Mick Foley DVD, where for every match you got a bunch of interviews and promos and things like that. So you got the No Holds Barred, Mind Games, Hell in a Cell, and the Comeback. This is really cool DVD, pretty underrated actually. Also, the front we got the barbershop stuff from there. We got build up to the Iron Man match with Roddy Piper, who was the acting WWE president. This is a pretty underrated DVD. Next up, another one I had when I was growing up. Brock Lesnar's Here Comes the Pain. So also I really liked they always used to put that on there, the build up to the next WrestleMania on the DVDs. Not sure if some of these had the WrestleMania 19 logo. No, they just had a WWE Raw, WWE. So some of them do, some of them don't, but they mainly did it with the pay-per-views for like the next WrestleMania. Again, a pretty decent documentary here on Lesnar. He's only been in the company for about a year when this DVD comes out. And we got a bunch of good matches on here with The Rock, the Hell in a Cell versus Taker, WrestleMania 19 versus Kurt Angle. Really fun DVD again. They did revisit that when it came out in 2012, or when he returned in 2012, so that was cool. Trish Stratus was probably the hottest diva at the time. Finally got a DVD in 2003. This was also released as a collector's edition. Sadly, I don't have it. And that just features extra interviews and a few extra matches. And it was released with a bobblehead This was a 2.5 hour runtime, so that's really cool. You know, maybe one day I'll get that collector's DVD, but for now, this is fine. I wish they would have released another Trish DVD, like, later on when she retired. Would have probably been the perfect time. Chicago Street Fights on here. I believe that's also on the Divas DVD. I think it might be on this one or another DVD I just got. Yeah, it is on here. The Women's Championship Chicago Street Fight. So that's cool. So hopefully one day I'll get that collector's edition. That thing is one of the most expensive DVDs. At least $100 for. Next up, we got Bloodbath, Wrestling's Most Incredible Steel Cage Matches. I would say for the time it was released, this was a decent DVD, but it really hasn't aged well. Not the biggest fan of this DVD. It's only got 5.5 hour runtime, and it's mostly highlights and from 15 cage matches, 11 of which they do provide the complete match. They list them here. I believe the Benoit and Angle match is not on here, but they do highlight it. We got Edge and Angle from 2002. Brett and Owen from SummerSlam. It's a fun DVD to go back and watch, but most of these matches have been released on DVD since then. And finally, Ric Flair's Ultimate Collection. This would be the first ever 3-disc set released. And what a better superstar to get one than Ric Flair, who by this point in time had been wrestling about 30 years. Crazy. And check this out, 10.5 hour runtime. That's incredible on a 3-disc set. This features some of Ric Flair's greatest matches and rivalries, from Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham, Steamboat, Terry Funk, and then his run in WWE from 92. We got the full 92 Royal Rumble. Got a couple of things here with Sting and a special night in Greenville. We also got Ric Flair's WWF debut in 76. Workout with Piper. We got the PWI Wrestler of the Decade, the Final Nitro, and Ric Flair versus Triple H. Really good DVD set. This is how a DVD should be made. Highlighting, you know, all the greatest rivalries and some of Flair's best matches. I believe 2 of the 3 Steamboat Flair matches are on here. We got the one in New Orleans, the 2 out of 3 Falls match, and I believe the Wrestle War match. So there we have it, guys. The 2003 non-pay-per-view DVD collection. Let me know your thoughts on this, which ones you have in your collection, if you're missing any. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.